The next upcoming Pokemon has been announced. There was literally 0 leaks about SUICUNE happening, but yeah, SUICUNE will be coming to Pokemon Unite on Pokemon Day. It got already announced on the Japanese website. There's currently no English one, so we're gonna roughly translate it with the Google Translate option and see if we can spot some things. The legendary Pokemon SUICUNE has been confirmed to join Pokemon Unite, and a new Holoware will also be available. So it's gonna come with a Holoware, of course, and also I think Ho is gonna get the next Battle Pass by the looks of it. When we look at this picture right here, I'm pretty sure that is, yeah, that's just going to be Ho Battle Pass. But yeah, SUICUNE. Actually, I have 3 Pokemon that I always wanted on my wish list, which is SUICUNE, Ampharos, and Flygon. And finally, after 3.5 years, the first one has finally made it. And of course, I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and read what it might be. The legendary Pokemon SUICUNE has been confirmed to join Pokemon Unite. SUICUNE is a balanced Pokemon. I think, so I already read this, and I think the balance is just a bad translation of Allrounder. I'm pretty sure just balance just means Allrounder, because Allrounder is kind of like a balanced thing, right? But we all know this thing is not going to be balanced. That is for sure. Because if you read a bit further, it can use moves that deal and freeze a wide area, and has a powerful ability that ensures it can defeat frozen Pokemon when the HP falls below a certain level. So just like Tyranitar's Unite move, right, or like Lapras Parasong, it's going to have an Execute. Yeah, I mean, it's straightforward, right? Like it's going to have an Execute, and if the frozen target hits a certain threshold, it's just going to go down. I don't know what's going to be, but it already sounds scary, and it, of course, could be very, very broken. So we don't have any further details for now. And yeah, new Holoware Fairy Style now available for the legendary Pokemon Ho and SUICUNE. Is this going to just be the entire Battle Pass, maybe? Along with SUICUNE's participation, a new Holoware Fairy Style will be released along with Ho-Oh. Please enjoy battling the legendary Pokemon in the Johto region in their new forms. I mean, it might not be a Battle Pass, though, but I mean, I feel like the Ho-Oh one definitely looks like one. Maybe it's going to be just normal ones you can buy 2 in a bundle or something. But I feel like would definitely fit an upcoming Battle Pass. If both of, I mean, I assume SUICUNE wouldn't be in the Battle Pass as like a smaller version, but who knows? So then we also have here right now the renders. This is the first SUICUNE normal one, and of course this is the Holoware. Very, very nice. And then also, there's more things. Chico Eevee has written on Twitter. There seems to be a countdown starting from the 22nd of February until 22nd of 2nd. It's related to the 500 points game mode, but the picture in it's the Chinese lobby. So what do you guys think? So there's a chance we're going to get the 500 point mode on Pokemon Day. Which, I mean, that should be pretty nice. I think it's going to be quick play first, of course, right? But we didn't know, like, so they announced at the World Championship that in spring it will be come out. I kind of already assumed it's going to be around Pokemon Day, but of course stuff can always be delayed. But it might just be confirmed now with those data mine leaks that we get the 500 point game mode, you know, on Pokemon Day. That'd be fun, that'd be nice. We need something new, right? I mean, Pokemon is currently, or Unite is in like in a worse spot it has ever been. So we do need new things very badly. And here's a small reminder of what the 500 better game mode is going to look like, because, again, get ready for it. This will be the future of Pokemon Unite, so you kind of should know what this is all about. It pretty much means whoever gets to 500 points first is going to win, 100%. This is what the Chinese player base plays on. And I assume for 2026 season, this will be pretty much the global version of Unite, maybe for Switch too. I just want to talk about Unite a bit in general right now too, because Unite has been in a very bad spot for a lot of reasons. And I've already been thinking of like reducing my time in Unite and try to put it into something else in life, because it is very frustrating playing Pokemon Unite currently as a content creator. And yeah, it's just pretty much just numbers left and right, like it's going down and going down. And of course, I mean, I'm not surprised, right? Like, who wants to necessarily watch this? So Unite needs a big overhaul, and this game mode and maybe the Chinese version slowly coming to us will be a big difference. And that's why I'm kind of still here. If there was no Switch 2 on the horizon, if the Chinese version wasn't so different from ours, I probably would already have to look for like a new job, I'm not gonna lie. Because I think there would be zero hope for, you know, Unite ever going up again. But this still gives me hope that there's a future as a content creator in Unite, because currently I just don't see one. So really gotta hope that the 500 point version is gonna come to our game. So, a few things to it as well. Again, 500 points is going to win the game. As far as I remember, there's no overcapping, so every goal has a set amount of points you can score on them, you know, the 60, will be 60, and whoever reaches 500 first is going to win. And Rayquaza doesn't really exist. I mean, this is remote stadium, a bit different, right? We have objectives on top and bottom with Rotoms. We have these Registeals as like side objectives that give people around it a buff, just like they do now, but not global anymore. And then we also have an objective spawning in the middle that will push down golds. And then later in the game, Zapdos will spawn. And I don't know if that's necessarily in here. It might be Zapdos in here. Zapdos will spawn. But yeah, we have these mini objectives as well in the middle. And game time will be a bit, game time will still be like 8 to 15 minutes. Sometimes maybe a game could be 20 minutes, but I honestly wouldn't mind if there's like an intense game lasting 20 minutes that's back and forth. It would still feel very satisfying, but I think 20 minutes has to be the maximum time. Anything over 20 minutes would be way too much for Unite, but anything between 8 and 20 minutes I think is very nice, and I think it still fits good, especially with how queue times are. Like, I wouldn't mind having a few more minutes added towards the match. So I have these Rotoms, Regieleki still spawning in the middle now, and when it comes to Zapdos, it's no longer you just score instantly. So Zapdos is pretty much like Regieleki. You capture Zapdos, it's gonna start walking to the to one of the goals that is the least points in, I guess, right? So if there's still a goal on top up, it's gonna walk top instead of towards the main base, and then it's gonna do an attack, and this attack will pretty much negate the entire goal. So it will allow you to instantly score. But the defending team has a chance to break a shield. It has a shield, and if you break the shield, the Zapdos will not activate the goal. It's gonna try to recast it, and in this meantime, you can slowly try to defeat Zapdos. And if you defeat it, well then, it's gonna respawn again in like 32 minutes, so late game is still gonna be very intense. You're not gonna just win on the first Zapdos, and the game might not just be over, unless of course you're winning very hard. And if your team has scored like 0 points throughout the entire game, and you get Zapdos, you're also not going to instantly win. That's also not a thing, which is also, I think, great, because I think it's not good when, when a team has 0 points, one has 400, they get Rayquaza with one thing, and suddenly they're winning. They will need like 2 or 3 Zapdoses to actually still win a full game, which I think is very fair, but it still, of course, allows the comeback chance to begin with. This also has talents, so whenever your team scores a certain amount of points, you will gain an upgrade for your Pokemon, or for anything. So far, all the upgrades were kind of the same, and the last one is on like 350 or 400 it was, and that one felt very strong. So that was like having some more customization too. But yeah, everyone gets different things, from like instant scoring, you get more XP for white Pokemon, you do more damage to white Pokemon, to a lot of different things. You get 2 uses of your battle item, but longer cooldown. Those are all things that your team gets once you unlock things. But of course, backcapping is going to be also interesting. It's going to be a lot of strategy, and I think in general it can just evolve the game by a lot. Because I feel like Thea Sky Runes right now is nice. I like Thea Sky Runes, but it's way too basic. It is way too basic, and we need more. We really need more in the game to make it more exciting. So otherwise, yeah, Unite is in a very bad state. But yeah, as soon as you score 500 points, you can also just win. You don't necessarily need Zapdos. So for example, this game right here, I think it lasted like maybe 8 minutes, 7 minutes. So you can still, if you destroy your opponents, you can actually actively win a game before the final objective even spawns. And I think that also makes a lot of sense. Let me know in the comments how you feel about SUICUNE, and I will see you guys all hopefully in the next video.